A grown man got sunburnt on his Carnival cruise and proceeded to blame the cruise line because nobody handed him sunscreen on the Lido deck. And now he wants Carnival to pay his medical bills because apparently he thought the Serenity deck came with his own designated lifeguard for his skin. Hey, what's up? It's Corey, back with another cruise story that's gonna seriously make you question if cruise passengers deserve nice things. I swear, if I see another post like this, I'm thinking about launching a full-blown weekly segment called Too Dumb to Cruise. Because when a grown man gets scorched on a Carnival cruise by the sun and complains that nobody reminded him said sun exists, you start to wonder how he even found his way on the ship in the first place. But real quick, if you love cruise content and catching these wild passenger stories from time to time, make sure you're subscribed here to the channel. It's free and it helps more cruisers find out what not to do on their next vacation. All right, let's get into this. The brand ambassador for Carnival deals with a lot of people on the internet, most of which are wonderful, but some have a single-digit IQ. Today we're talking about the latter. Here's the story shared to John Heald's Facebook page. So there's this guy, right? He's on his Carnival cruise and he makes his way up to the Serenity deck. It's the adults only area. That's where you can escape the hairy chest contest, the screaming kids in hot tubs, what have you. And this guy decides to soak up a little sun there. Totally normal so far. However, he ended up not putting on any sun protection and then proceeds to spend the whole day out there frying like a guy's burger on the griddle. And not surprisingly, he ends up with what he describes as not really a blister, but also thicker than his normal skin and rippled, which to me sounds like a Lay's ketchup potato chip looking thing made of his leg skin. Then, and this is where it goes off the rails, instead of grabbing some aloe and learning a valuable lesson about SPF, he decides to message Carnival's brand ambassador, John Heald, to say it's Carnival's fault he was sunburnt. He says, quote, "There were no water spritzer bottles to cool the skin. There were no places to buy sunblock. Carnival's refusal to help me is wrong. There were no warning signs." What? Bro, we get it. Sunburn sucks. It hurts, it peels, it makes showering feel like you're washing in a lava volcano, and you can't lay under your covers. But blaming Carnival because you didn't wear sunscreen on an open deck in the middle of the Caribbean, it's like blaming your oven for burning your frozen pizza because you left it in there for an hour. Everyone knows that things burn when exposed to too much heat or sun. Like you packed your swim trunks, you got that far, but you didn't put sunscreen. Those two are literally like chocolate and peanut butter in a Reese's cup. By the way, those are dangerous. They're sneaky good. Definitely don't order them in the Amazon link below. They will blow your diet. Squirrel there for a second. Back to this. My guy, did you think the Coppertone girl was gonna come strutting past you on the Lido deck with her silver platter of SPF goodness and just apply it to you? This is a Carnival cruise. What exactly are you expecting here? Here's the thing. You're on a ship surrounded by reflective surfaces. You're closer to the equator than you've likely ever been, and it's July. The Lido deck becomes a human rotisserie in those conditions. Speaking of Lido decks, if watching sunburns develop on a sunny sea day sounds like your kind of vibe, maybe check out my Lido deck People Watching Club shirt. It's the perfect uniform for judging folks like this guy roasting himself to oblivion while blaming the pool towel animals. You can grab yours in the Midships Amazon store. There's a link down below. Thanks for your support. All right, let's get back to the human rotisserie who thought SPF was optional. So he heads over to the ship's medical center while he's burnt, which, reminder, is not a free situation down there. You pay for your stuff. It's not like some free community health clinic. And he finds out it's gonna cost him some money to be seen by the ship's doctor or nurse, and he's mad because of that. And wait for it, he doesn't have any travel insurance to pay for this problem that he's caused himself. My dude, you brought no sunscreen. You spent all day flipping around in the sun. You don't have any insurance for your cruise. You got burnt. And now you're blaming Carnival? Honestly, that's not just dumb. That's to the point where the rest of the ship, all those cruise passengers with you, we're saying to ourselves, we can't believe we paid to be trapped on a ship with this guy. That's how ridiculous this is. Now, John Heald, he didn't say that. He's an absolute legend, and to his credit, he managed to be polite in his response to Mr. Coppertone here. He even jokes that he was tempted to send this guy some little blue pills to keep the bed sheets off his sunburned legs at night, which, no, I will not explain that to you if you don't get that joke. But the bigger point here is this. It's not Carnival's job to remind grown adults to apply sunscreen to themselves and to their children. That's on you. You want spritzer bottles and sunblock stations? Well, you should probably stay in a Disney resort. This, though, it's a Carnival cruise, and with that is going to come some DIY projects from time to time. It's just the price point you're sailing at. Now, this whole thing, it's so ridiculous that it honestly belongs in the "this is why we can't have nice sea days" bin. I mean, with people like this running around these ships, I half expect someone to sue Carnival in the future because their ice cream melted in the sun. But look, we've all had a rough cruise moment. I've made my fair share of mistakes throughout my cruise career. Like that one time I almost missed the ship in Progresso because I got stuck in a crazy traffic jam on the way back to the port. It's a true story, and if you want to hear about that story while getting a full recap of my time on board the Margaritaville Islander, well, stick around and catch this video now.